Welcome tech lovers, Ibrar here. In today's video, I am going to show you my application and services that I am running in my home lab such as Proxmox, Docker, Kubernetes, Rancher, TrueNAS, OpenSense, Jenkins, Ansible, Zabbix and many more. In my home lab, I deployed many production grade applications with the help of local DNS server where I am using internal domain for running services. Without any delay, let's jump to the lab. I am going to show you services in short to avoid length of video. I am using Proxmox as it is open source software. Proxmox is an enterprise grade solution and it is great for home lab. It's provided really nice dashboard. I really love it. On the Proxmox dashboard you can see server related information like server version, my current CPU usage, load average, memory usage, disk space usage and CPU information. Here you can see really nice graph of CPU usage, server load, memory usage and network traffic. Here you can see all of my different VMs and containers that I am running. I have turned off many VMs and turn on when I have to do any task. I love Linux, so using many Linux flavors. You can see containers named R&D, CentOS and Alpine. I use it for different kinds of application and services. Let me connect container. I want to show you my customized long commands of Docker. You can see here one Docker command like dps instead of docker ps-a. See the list of short commands of Docker which I am using. Similarly, I customized many commands of Linux and Kubernetes as per my need. The next one is Traffic. Traffic is a modern reverse proxy and load balancer software. It is the leading open source reverse proxy and load balancer for HTTP and TCP based application. That is very easy and it supports a wide variety of protocols. I am using it for Docker and Kubernetes. Next one is Umbrel. Umbrel is a beautiful home server OS for self-hosting application store. I am using Terraform to do some project related stuff. Keycloak is using for single sign-on service. DNS is using for self-hosted DNS and ad blocker service. This one is the Docker template. In Docker we am running many services and will show you in my application dashboard. This one is Windows 10. I installed TrueNAS to explore it. Actually I am not using it much. You can see here my Kubernetes lab and I will make a separate video on it. I created Ansible VM to do project related tasks in Ansible. I'm using Parrot Security to check vulnerability and penetration testing. OpenSense firewall using for VMs and Docker containers. Rest all are templates. Let me show you my all other services. This is really nice dashboard for home lab. Here you can see actually I am using it to explore the services, nothing else. So you can see here I not allocated much memory and CPU. I am using OpenSense firewall to manage my VMs and Docker containers. It is open source. The next service is Rancher. I am not going to explain this one because I want to cover this one in Kubernetes section. The next service is Jenkins, which I am using. Actually I am not showing my production grade Jenkins, so I created test one. And here you can see my pipeline. In the pipeline I taken git pull, made build and made Docker image, deployed on UAT, tested on UAT and deployed to staging, deployed to production and sent notification to email, Google Chat and Slack. I am using Portainer to manage Proxmox and VMs container. I will make a separate video on it. The next service is Uptime. Uptime is a very good monitoring tools and it's provide a wide variety of protocol. You can monitor many things here. You can see here I added already many monitors. The next service is npm nginx proxy manager. I am managing my all DNS from here, actually using it for local domain name system. So you can see here I'm managing everything with the domain name. The next service is Pi-hole. I'm using it for DNS purpose as well as for blocking advertise. This is very good tool to block advertise from any website. So I'm using it for those things. The next service is Xcelidra. I'm using this service to draw any architecture. And the next service is MB server. MB server is Plex alternative and it is open source. So I'm using it for home entertainment. The next service is Minio. This is alternative of S3 bucket. I'm using it to test my programming. Bitwarden I just deployed it, but I'm not using it honestly. The next service is WhatsApp Docker. I'm using it to keep my all containers up to date. It is very good tool. And the next service is dashboard. This is really nice dashboard to monitor my Proxmox server. The next service is Nextcloud. I'm not using it much honestly. I was just exploring it. The next service is HAProxy. HAProxy is really very powerful application. I'm using it for my production grade application. The next service is NetData. NetData is very good system monitoring tool. You can monitor all aspects of your Linux. The next service is Umbrel. I'm using it to explore all applications. You can see here it's provide really nice application store, and here they listed many applications. You can just install it and explore it. I listed my all services here for your reference. You can see here my Proxmox screenshot and dashboard screenshot, hardware detail, services which I explained, also my connection list. The main purpose to create this channel to share my experience with you guys. Here you can see my profile and certification. Currently I am working in Iconflux Technologies Private Limited. I work with many Ivanti products and did certification of Ivanti Endpoint Manager and Ivanti Automation. See the tech stack working with. My experience and certifications. If you have any question about anything that I am running in my lab, leave a comment and I will try to answer that comments as soon as get a chance. Thank you so much guys for checking out this video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you are running in your home lab and I will see you in the next video.